And it was only recently I was thinking of the fair land of Spain and how wonderful it was, the place where I once visited. And I wrote this poem after my first night there in Spain, sleeping on the beaches. It's called Last Night Slipped I Away. Last night slipped I away onto some Spanish shore. Slipped I away from mithering, away from British law. Slipped I from cotton strides and walked forth into the sea. Black water climbed like a vine around my feeble frame. In waters tepid warm, forsaken irksome noise, slipped I into blackness and silence under wave. It was warm unlike the Thames, and clear of sewage too. Mealy water lapped around and fed my ears with bliss. Then slipped I from the sea, and lay upon the sand, and watched the stars shine and die, then dozed I off to sleep. Awoken by the sun, skipped I into town, ordered tea and cool white wine, and as I slipped 'em down, a load of sunburnt English sat with me here in Spain, ate fish and chips, drank milky tea, and spoke a pissing rain. This is a poem, another one, befitting of the season. It's about mushrooms. Call in all woodworts, all ye slime caps, oysterlings, dapplings, and cedar wood wax caps. Amethyst deceiver, aromatic pink gill, Caesar's amanita, blue band, brittle gill, mealy dung brownie, pink bottled wood wax, umbrella, polypore, powdery piggybacks. All you wondrous jellyfish of the land, all you wondrous jellyfish of the land. Have you chewed the Liberty Cap? Did you go berserk? Or was it the Panther Cap, giving the undertaker work? The lilac dappling, the purple brittle gill, the crimson wax caps are all edible. The fly agaric, the blue-edged pink gill, the blackening wax caps are inedible. So enjoy your foraging, be careful and just mind to stay away from fungi if you are colourblind. Thank you. This one's about a crane operator. A peculiar crane operator. This peculiar crane operator sweats in his seat when this peculiar crane operator moves slabs of concrete. This peculiar crane operator, with his jib he does miss. Out of this peculiar crane operator the brickies always take the piss. This peculiar crane operator shakes with trepidation when this peculiar crane operator tries to lay a foundation. This peculiar crane operator takes an age to climb the stairs. Then this peculiar crane operator in bed he has nightmares. About this peculiar crane operator there's something you don't know. This peculiar crane operator, he has vertigo. Thank you. I'll do one more. It's about an artist. It's called The Man Who Loved the Sun. In a land where the sun shines every day, far, far from England, yes, far, far away, there was a poor man I say, who lived in some bushes. And from dawn till dusk every day he'd play with robins and thrushes. So poor was this man, and he was so old, but at his grand age he felt not the cold. But when, at midnight, the church bell had tolled, the night would veil the day, and cold dew would creep, and the man was bold, yet fine and warm he'd lay. 'Twas not always so, 'twas not always so. Cold once he would get, when he was younger and unseasoned yet, to the dew that would wrap him cold and wet. Sleepless and shivering, the poor boy would weep and bitterly fret, lamenting and cursing. Many solemn vows he'd make to the moon, crossing his heart that riches were a boon, and that in the morn, yet before even noon, he'd seek prosperity and save it until, in a time quite soon, he'd buy a house for he, Then, with this hope, an imaginary home, his light, wistful thoughts would far away roam, and with a blanket, divine sleep would come, and hold his feeble head. And the Lord would whisper, "You'll find your true home," and tucked him tight to bed. The cockerel would sing the hymn for the dawn, and sweeping the dew, the ponies and fawn, and stir with the boy on this lovely morn, and pick some fruit and say, "Hello, my love." Then he'd stretch and yawn, and with the birds he'd play. In a land where the sun shines every day, far, far from England, yes, far, far away, there was a poor man, no poor man I say, who lived in some bushes, and from dawn till dusk every day he'd play with robins and thrushes. Thank you.